Here. I'm sorry I'm a little late. For whatever reason, last night and tonight, around the same time, both evenings, my internet decided to not cooperate. Last night I was going to stream Smash Brothers with a friend, and I absolutely could not because, yeah, I started up OBS and it just, yeah, when you skip 97% of frames, that's not good. But lo and behold, around, I don't know, 10, 11 p.m., the problem just fixed itself for some reason. And, although it was too late, and I was going to play this tonight, and I'm still going to, but I did have to fiddle around for about 15-20 minutes to lower the bitrate just enough that I can play this without any frames dropping. So it'll be smooth, it'll be pixelated, low res, but smooth, and hopefully you can still hear me. Alright, so let's see here. Okay. Alright, thanks for your patience here. Just one second. Alright, I am ready to go. Also, before I was using a Switch Pro controller to play this game on Steam, I left that at work today. I was going to make up for it by just using a single Joy-Con, which has enough buttons to play it, but for some reason my PC just... not my PC necessarily, but Steam did not want to recognize the analog stick for a Joy-Con, which is weird. And then I had a PS3 controller lying around that connected correctly, but for some reason buttons couldn't be recognized at all. And I didn't want to use my PS4 controller because I actually used that on my PS4, and if you know what unsyncing and then resyncing a PS4 controller is like, you probably know why I didn't want to go through that hell. So, anyway, enough of that. So I'm 70% done with Sonic's game, so I can probably just finish Sonic's game up tonight. I have not unlocked Big or E102 Gamma yet. The other characters, they all have much shorter stories. You know, they encounter Sonic at some point, or other characters at some point. They have a couple of same levels, or altered levels, and the same boss battles, and that's kind of just it. I think E102 Gamma is like a fun half hour, basically.
Let's get him.
Sorry about this, I'm just reading the alerts, because, you know, it's telling me all the frames I dropped because of everything. Yeah, I am not eating up the CPU or anything on my computer, I'm not doing anything stupid or crazy, it's just this thing.
Is that it?
Yeah, it's gotta be an internet issue. I've noticed, yeah, like, YouTube on my TV had to buffer earlier as well. And I did try resetting my router, not quite working. But whatever, we'll make do with this today. I'm gonna spell out Eggman. Egg man. Boop. Oh, I'm in the Chao Garden. Sweet. Yeah, something I don't like so much about this game is that, this is one of the things that, does not hold up very well about this game is, the camera. The camera always points toward where where it thinks you should be looking as opposed to where you actually want to look. So if you want to go backwards, it won't really let you. And if you try to move the camera manually, it'll automatically correct itself to whatever the hell it wants to do. But also, the Dreamcast did not have two analog sticks. It did not have a stick for analog control, so you just had the triggers to move the camera around. So I'm moving the camera around with left and right, which is totally okay, except for one issue. If the camera is, say, pointed too close to the ground, like I feel it is right now, and it's uncomfortably close to the ground and close to the character, you're fucked. In fact, I didn't even know the camera buttons worked on my controller until I tried that just now. And they work, they're just shit. Because the cameras didn't work fucking here half the time. Okay. Entry restricted. The hot shelter entrance is closed. Do not enter. Fine, I'm just gonna leave. And yes, I am still dropping some frames, but 2.1% frames is a lot better than 80, 90%.
They're too late.
Not the birdie.
Not like you can really tell anyway, because this game is kinda janky.
Okay, Elsa?
Just in general.
No way.
Be gone, all of you. This is all I really need. Gamma!
What is your wish, Master Robotnik?
And here I get a little E102 Gamma boss fight, and after beating him, I get to play as him, if I choose to. I was thinking about just doing like Tales' story today and just knocking out the whole story mode in one sitting, but I didn't want to do that. Oh, I just wasn't paying attention there. Okay, so yeah. 3 hits, he's dead. It's not even a life bar for him, but just a number. And the number on the upper right-hand corner of the screen. It almost makes it seem like this game was unfinished. And this might be the most thorough version of the game, too. The Japanese version of... See, the US version came out like in 1999. You know, September 9th, 1999. The Japanese version came out about a year previous, so it was like, I don't know, Dreamcast came out, I don't know, winter of '98 or something. And,
This robot
yeah, they did the Square Enix thing where the game comes out in Japan and it's popular and well received, but it's buggy and rushed and has a shit ton of issues that they're fully aware of, but had no time to fix. And they fixed them all for the American version. And then the American version is so well received from that, they go back and they take all the shit from the American version, even the voice acting and localization, and put it back in the Japanese version and then make an international version out of it. They do that with Final Fantasy games, they do that with, I think Dragon Quest VIII had that, because the Japanese 8 didn't have voice acting or orchestrated music, but the US version did, and they thought, oh shit, we want that. And Kingdom Hearts gets that too, with their games.
If I'm to continue, I need to change this ship back to its original shape.
Okay, change ship back to its original shape. There must be a switch somewhere. I'm sorry, I'm speaking while Sonic's speaking. I'm not even listening to the game. The game does have some really good music on this stage, though. I'll give you that. I think there might be like a light speed dash thingy around here I can use. I could just be lying. Sorry, it's not like I play this game with any degree of, you know, frequency. The hat shelter. Well, have I been up here? Well, it sure is restricted. Oh, I want to go in this little robot buggy.
Auto recovery system activated.
Yeah, great talk. Okay. I'm gonna go in this door. Where I probably should have been to begin with. To use this lightspeed dash. And spaz out in the wall there. Look at those spazzy things. Sit in Eggman's goofy chair. Step on this lightspeed dash icon. I just glitched through and now the ship changes. Cool.
Emergency alert has been cancelled. Resuming monorail operation.
Don't want to necessarily say that was a glitch. I was supposed to do that. It looked fine probably on your end, but I was holding down the dash button and it sort of let go of it for me for some reason. I think I got a chaos fight coming up right now. And this is one of the dumbest ones in the whole game. Oh yeah, by the way, the game gets real
no.
weird,
Not again!
like, from here on out.
Chaos! Could this be the same beast?
Oh yes! Attack Sonic now!
Froggy? I must say Froggy!
If he's your friend, I'll help you. Just leave it to me.
Now I have 6 of the Chaos Emeralds. There's only one more left to find. I even found Chaos's missing tail.
You won't get away with this, you madman!
Oh, somebody had texted me.
You're no match for Chaos, even though he's not perfected yet. Okay, Chaos.
Asking me
destroy
how
them
I
all
am.
immediately.
I'm gonna go ahead and respond with, well, I'm playing Sonic Adventure, period. So, pretty terrible, period. Okay. I remember what to do here. Those things that are thrown, those little items that I totally just hit and ran away from stupidly, those, if Chaos sucks them up, he will freeze, and then I can hit him.
No way! I can't believe this!
See, look, he has a life bar. Much like, every other boss except E102 Gamma, which, wasn't good enough for a 3-hit life bar.
No way! I can't believe
I
this!
thought this was gonna be a hard boss. It's really, really, really not.
No way!
And I just threw that one at him. I didn't even wait for him to suck it up.
Hey, I'll play with you some other time.
No way! I can't believe this!
Sonic! Hey there, Knuckles. Glad you finally made it. I thought you got lost or something.
Until we meet again, Sonic!
Stop! Come back here!
Yep, that's how physics works, Sonic. Thank you.
I hate Eggman. Where's this?
So yeah, not only do you get some new level stuff where there's yeah, this part gets really weird. You get to go to like a weird, like, you know, ancient cavern, you get to travel back in time somehow. It's weird. It doesn't feel very Sonic-y.
That light.
Well, there are a bunch of echidnas
It's trying to
about,
show me
but
something.
it's weird. Like, if you associate Sonic with, like, incredibly bright Mario-esque colors and landscapes and stuff, and basic patterns and shit, like, yeah, this game is not that. It starts off that way, but then it gets weird like this. It's kind of interesting, you know, light and shadow was not like a... These were not concepts that were fully doable in the Dreamcast era. So everything here looks very well lit and clean and plasticky, even though it probably shouldn't. And also, what the fuck? Also, what the fuck? Oh god. Like, see, now in games you have to think about things like, where is this light coming from? And, yeah, they don't really I don't really think about that shit here.
Press the 3 hidden switches in
Press the
room
3
to
hidden
open the front
switches.
door.
Doop-a-doop-doop-doop. So in this part there are 3 switches. I believe they're all different levels, and you do have to ride that fucking monster thing to get to it. To get to them all, I mean. Yeah, like, I think there's one up there I can't even get, and also, thanks, spikes. You know, back in my day, you didn't get hurt by touching the sides of spikes. Here's one. And this raises the water level so I can get the other ones. And yeah, it's a very uneasy feeling to ride on that thing. There's 2. I think the 3rd switch is right there to my right, but I can't make it without getting on this stupid jerk and going on his wild, janky looking ride. Oh god. Oh, I fucked it up.
No!
I am super dead. Okay. Probably doesn't bode well for this game that I want nothing more than to just be done with it. I did want to make a whole series and play through all the characters, but I'm pretty sure I can get my point across as to what's good and what's bad about this game without having to go through all that trouble. Toohoo! Come on. Yar. Stupid jerk. And there we go. And there's the exit, although I could barely tell because I can't move the camera in that way. I am running alongside a very small JPEG. Use the mirror to help guide you. This part's kind of BS. You have to shine a light on these mirrors, but they're not real mirrors because this is a fucking Dreamcast game, and yeah, like, I'm doing pretty well right now. I might just do all these pretty well, but I, in the past, had like a serious issue with like the last one of these mirrors because yeah, it's not real light on a real reflection. So yeah, like I can't. Okay. Think we're about done with those. Okay, I just fucked up. This is the Lightspeed dash moment, and I just picked up a couple rings already. I may have already fucked up my chance. There we go. Because much like the homing attack in more modern Sonic games, and even this one, Lightspeed dash sometimes just doesn't work even when it should be guaranteed to. I can't tell you what the hell that was supposed to be. Do 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 do. Okay, now here's, aside from the final boss and maybe some Big the Cat levels, this is probably my least favorite part of the whole game.
Walk on those panels when lit.
You have to press buttons to line these blue blocks on the walls and the patterns, and then you can run up those patterns. Like, here's one right now. And you have to basically try to figure out how to get to the goal by... Oh, there's also flying arrows and shit. Yeah, so there's that. Let's not forget, this game isn't entirely sound. Like, what happened there? I cannot tell you what the fuck happened just now. So let's try it again. Like, Sonic just decided to not run up that anymore for no reason I could possibly see. Oh god. Oh my god, Sonic. Sonic, you fucking cuck. Okay. Here we go. Okay. Okay, what the shit? If this game doesn't want me to play it, you know, that can be arranged. I'm gonna try cheesing it just by doing this. Take that, game. Yeah, then that happened. Okay. Ah, it's gonna be a good night. I got a feeling that Sonic is gonna suck. Gonna walk right through the checkpoint and have it not trigger. Sonic's not real. He is a fucking ghost. Okay. So what should this game have? I don't know, sideways fire blocks? Ingenious. Where the crap? No. No, I am not back here. This is not the beginning again, is it? Because I'm gonna be real fucking livid. No, I'm back here with the... that thing. Oh, no. This is the kind of game you give people you hate. As a punishment. No, no, no! Son of a... Brrr. No bueno. No mother fucking bueno. Nope. Oh god. Oh no. No! Son of a bitch. Yeah, this game was like, hey, bueno, right? I'm like, no, no bueno. This game is the polar opposite of bueno. This is where bueno goes to die. And why'd I fall off that time? Hmm? Why'd I fall off that time? Fucking 10 out of 10 right here. Oh, you know what I could have done? I could have just died. And then I would have came right back here. There's still time for that. I still might die. Okay. No, Sonic doesn't trip up and just inexplicably fall. By the way, trying to control Sonic with, like, finesse is also impossible because Sonic only has one speed. Go fast. He has gotta go fast, and that's it. That's all he can do. So having him do things like walk or have precise movement is incredibly difficult, and what the fuck just happened there? I've seen Honest to God bootlegs that play better than this. There we go. Okay. Was there supposed to be more there? It looked like there was supposed to be more there.
Yeah, not bad.
And now Sonic has traveled back in time in a weird vision because whatever.
Whoa. What's this? A mural. What's this place? Where am I? This is really weird.
And this is not entirely a cutscene. I do get to play a little bit of it. There's not a level here or anything interesting, unless you like the story, of course. You get to encounter some gross chows and stuff. It's really weird, aside from the occasional Chow pet character or side character, like, you know, Cream has cheese, her Chow, and then there's just, you know, Oma Chow in some Sonic games in some capacity. Still, like the Sonic and Mario at the Olympic games, but Chow Garden and raising Chow are no longer a thing. That's kind of, it's kind of disappointing, because that used to be a really cool thing. Like, that was, when you were done with this game,
What was that?
you know,
all
this,
about?
you
I
know,
don't
the Chow
think
Garden
I'm
brought you
dreaming
back.
here. Eggman! What's he doing here? Well, never mind. This time I'll get him good.
Okay, so I get to run around this crappy area. It's a maze. It is a maze of textures. Is it still very obvious that they just took a bunch of photos of nature and and pasted them onto polygons? I forget if Sonic gets to run into Big Cat in this area, but there's Big's house. I think some character actually gets like a power-up by visiting this area. Maybe Tails? I don't know. Either way, it's evidently not Sonic. And also, if that's your home, you're homeless. Just saying. Sonic the Hedgehog walking through ladders because hedgehogs are not made of solid matter. Pluto. I don't know if this... Okay, $10. This is Chow Garden. Hey, it's not. Cool.
Will be departing soon.
Now, was I supposed to actually go this way? Let's ask the orb.
A huge building has appeared deep
A
in the
huge
jungle.
building has appeared deep in the jungle. Fuck you. We're going back to the jungle. Put on your fucking jungle boots. Oh, you mean that building? Yeah, and you can sort of just walk above that until you fall. Okay, so it's this way. Not like the cameras very much help at all. So like, some of these levels that don't make any sense. Like I mentioned last video, there was like a key card you get to open a garage door that takes you to a city, and that's a level, or whatever, or like the casino puts you in pinball machines where you're the ball. Like, I don't know who would ever go to that except for Sonic. But this is weird to me because I'm gonna go in here and I could be completely wrong, but when I played this when I was younger, I always thought this was still the egg carrier, you know, the ship I was just on. Because you go in here and it looks identical. Like, is this not the same place? Maybe Eggman has a theme going. But it just seemed like the same place to me. So the trick is with this is to get everything to light up, which is, you know, easier said than done. Except for that. Final egg. Well, I'll be damned if this is not Sonic's last level.
Hey, let go!
Oh, and it better be, because this was not... Remember the last time I played through the... Hey, it saved my life from the last playthrough, at least. Remember the last time I played this game? It was years ago. But it did something that I actually see in many, many, many 3D Sonic games now. Actually, all of the ones I've played as far as I know. Regardless how good the game is or how solidly built it is, there's still some weird random bugs, including, but not limited to, Sonic going through walls or falling through solid ground to his death. And that happens in this level if you do something a little too fast. Which kind of is funny because you're Sonic the butt-fucking Hedgehog. There are neighbors above me having rhythmic thumping noises last night and tonight. They are either very excellent at playing Donkey Konga or very bad at fucking. And this area is supposed to look really, really cool, except, you know, this game is fighting me every step of the fucking way. Okay, that was my fault. That was me. And extra life. And extra life. I think the falling through solid ground bit is coming up. Like, the ground falls apart in layers, and if you... Yeah, this is it. Like, this falls apart in layers, and at some point you can just fall through it and die.
Level 2 isolation walls open.
Like, I just fell through it accidentally once. It was kind of funny. Of course, I couldn't... Whoops. Of course, I couldn't record it back then, because that was, I don't know, 2003.
Final phase. Level 2 isolation walls open.
Okay. Yeah, I didn't much like that positioning. Okay, so yeah, still stream health is not very healthy. I'm just doing this because I said I would. I am dropping more and more frames as the stream goes on, which, you know, isn't good. Maybe it'll clear up by the time I go to bed, but I'm going to bed. Either way, I'm just going to finish Sonic's mode and be done. Okay, just 1 second here. I'm just checking something real quick. Alright, now let's get back to it. Okay, resume game. Yeah, how do you expect me to do this jump if I can't fucking see it? 10 out of 10. Great game. Actually, no, the game is great. I fucked up there. That was my own failing. I unpaused the game and I looked up instead of down, or right instead of left, or whatever. So that was my own fault. I admit that.
Emergency! Emergency! Dispose of any intruders. Emergency! Emergency! Dispose of any intruders. Emergency! Emergency! Dispose of any intruders.
Yeah, I cannot tell you what the purpose of those things were. But there they are. Another checkpoint, almost done with Sonic's story here. And there. That happened. And looks like we have Crunky McChunk here, you know, wanting to talk on the stream. Having a better time. No, I'm not having a much better time. For some reason, like, yeah, last night after you left, the internet was great. Now it's kind of shitty again. I lowered my bitrate a shit ton just so I can do this. And I'm still dropping a few frames, not a ton. But if I drop any more, I'm gonna have to quit. In fact, I'm quitting after Sonic's story here. Am I going the right way, even? I can't tell you what the fuck this game is. Yep. That's how you do it, Sonic. Ten out of 10. Look, little speed shoes. There's nowhere to run.
No!
And I died. I think you are bad luck. No, you're not bad luck. There's, I don't know, I guess there's just like certain times of the day in which like it's just really shitty to use a whole bunch of internet. I don't know. I'm not a master of that, but that appears to be the issue. And yes, maybe my luck would be a lot better if I don't know, had a wired connection or spent $200 on internet. And none of which I'm willing to do right now. Oh, god damn it. I think I will make a compilation video of all the fucking glitches on and the weird shit I encountered in this in this playthrough. There's a couple.
Hey, let go!
There's a couple. Also, what the fuck game? Oh, okay, what the...
No!
I love this game.
Hey, let go!
Also,
No!
what the shit? Yes, we do need fiber optic internet. Kind of makes me, almost makes me want to live in Uptown again. Except for I never ever want to do that again, and... Oh. Oh, also dead. I think. There, yeah, dead. Boop. Hey, it worked that time. I guess I'm not going that way. This way? Is this a thing? No, it's not a thing. It's not a thing at all. You love what things? The series of rings you get to do your lightspeed attack on?
Hey, let go!
Those are neat when they work. Because sometimes they don't.
Yes!
Oh, the level ended there this time. It didn't fucking do that a minute ago, now did it?
Yeah, not bad.
Oh, we love the decoys. Yeah, they look derpy and awesome. I love them. So this level didn't even complete correctly the first time. Also, I don't think this cutscene is performing there.
Well, if it isn't my pal,
Well, if it isn't my pal Sonic, is this spaced out too much? It looks like the text is spaced out too much.
Hold it right there, Eggman.
Hold it right there while I go really slow into this rocket you can't see, and then the camera just snaps into place, sort of. God, this game is jank.
get a load at this. Get a load at this. See if you can make it through.
Boop.
Get a load at this. Get a load at this.
Okay, come say hello. With a homing attack that only works sometimes, so it's always kind of like a maybe it will, maybe it's really more like 80-20. There's a 20% chance your homing attack just won't hit all the targets in a row like that, and of course Sonic gets knocked back that far. Oh, they only have 5 more tries.
Get a load at this. Get a load at this. See if you can make it through. Get a load at this. Get a load at
Can I add cheats to this version of the game?
this. Get a load at this.
That can only make this more interesting. It's a real shame, if I want to play through other characters' stories, I totally can whenever. Yeah, they're all much, much shorter than Sonic's. But I'm not quite sure if I want to.
Get a load at this. Get a load at this.
I didn't unlock fucking Big the Cat.
You can make it. Get a load at this. Get a load at this.
Boop.
See if you can make it through here, Sonic. Get a load at this. Get a load at this.
Yeah. Now, see, I like to compare this game to things like Mario 64 and what that brought to the table. Granted, Mario 64 is not perfection. It doesn't hold up in all areas, really. But Mario 64 revolutionized three-dimensional gaming and showed us what it could do, and it was so good at it, everybody ripped it off.
It's no use. Give up.
Like, everyone learned from it, and took things from it. 3D gaming as we know it is an evolution, by and large, of that. 3D Sonic did nothing. Like it or hate it, not a single goddamn game developer was like, this is the way of the future. I want to make a game just like this. And then this became like a template for gaming. Okay, one more time, hopefully.
Get a load of this. See if you can make it. Get a load of this. Get a load of this.
Explosions don't hurt me, 'cause I'm Sonic the Hedgehog. Do 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 do. Yeah, I totally was in the explosion.
Get a load of this.
Eggman keeps doing elaborate shit like this, and then and Sonic keeps avoiding death, and one day
See if you can make it through here.
some guy's gonna come up with a fucking switchblade and just shank Sonic in the stomach, and he bleeds out.
Get a load of this. Get a load of this.
No!
Load of this.
Come on! Okay, fine. One more time. I'm just gonna make a conscious effort to not go near the edges of anything anymore. No more Sonic the Hedgehog.
Get a load of this. Get a load.
No.
Why do they even give you rings if it's a one-hit KO?
Get a load of this. Get a load of this. See if you can make it through here, Sonic. Get a load of this.
Oh, fuck. Fuck this game. I'm gonna lose all my lives. I'm gonna get a game over on the final boss of Sonic's story because this game is so jank. Eat it. What? Okay, I did a homing attack. It didn't fucking work. You all saw it. Oh, fuck this noise. I've been playing for an hour. I made it to the end of Sonic's game. I don't think I need to make a case anymore as to whether or not this game is fucking good or not, or holds up or not. The proof is right there. You can't even fucking play some of this shit. Well, I am done. Goodbye.